Good morning, Dandava Pranams to everyone. We are here at the Bhakti Yoga Institute, Sri Caitanya-caritāmṛta Mat, West London. I'm here in very good company, Rasamai Pandita, Krishna Gopal Prabhu, Lavanya Maya Devidasi, Devananda Prabhu, Shara Shiromani Didi from Utah, and Radharani Dasi, and Madhu Krishna behind the curtain. So we're going to continue the reading of Sri Caitanya-caritāmṛta Madhya-līlā, chapter 11, the Beḍā-kīrtana Pastimes. And please forgive my pronunciation. Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Sri Caitanya-caritāmṛta ki Jai, Śrīla Kṛṣṇadāsa Kavirāja Gosvāmī Prabhu ki Jai, Śrīla Bhakti Swāmī Prabhupada ki Jai, Shri Guru Varga ki Jai. So we are in text 115. You got it?
Yeah.
Vishese Shri Haste Prabhu Kore Pariveshana Eta Labhas Chodikon Kore Uposhana. When Sri Chaitanya Mahāprabhu is distributing prasad with his transcendental hand, who will neglect such an opportunity and accept the regulative principles of fasting? Purve Prabhu Mora Prasada Ana Anidila Pratesayaya Vasi Ami Se Ana Kaila. Previously, the Lord gave me Mahaprasadam rice one morning, and I ate that just sitting on my bed without having even washed out my mouth. This is Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya speaking in this verse. Janre kripa kori karena hridaye prerana Kṛṣṇadāsa haya jode Vedaloka dharma. The man to whom the Lord showed his mercy by inspiring him within the heart takes shelter only of Lord Krishna and abandons all Vedic and social customs. Purport. This is also the teaching of Bhagavad Gita. Can you?
Sarva dharmam parityaja mamekam sharanam braja aham tvang sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma sucha.
Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reaction. Do not fear. This is Bhagavad Gita 18:66. Such firm faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead is possible only by the mercy of the Lord. The Lord is sitting within everyone's heart, and when he personally inspires his devotee, the devotee does not stick to the Vedic principles of social customs, but rather devotes himself to the transcendental loving service of the Lord. This is confirmed in the following verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. Yadayam anugri nati Bhagavan atma bhavita sayahati matime loke vedecha parinistitam. When one is inspired by the Lord, who is sitting in everyone's heart, he does not care for social custom or Vedic regulative principles. Purport. The instruction was given by Narada Gosvāmī to King Prachina-bharhi in connection with the story of Puranjana. Without the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one cannot extricate himself from the fruitive activities that are under the jurisdiction of the Vedas. Even personalities like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Manu, the Prajapatis headed by Daksha, the four Kumaras, Marichi, and even Narada himself could not properly receive the causeless mercy of the Lord. Kavirāja Attalika Haite Talete Aila Kasimishra Padicha Patra Dunhe Anaila. After this, King Prataparudra came down from the top of his palace to the ground and called for Kasimishra and the inspector in the temple. Prataparudra Anyadila Seidu Iyane Prabhustane yachena yata prabhuragane savare swachanda vasa swachanda prasada swachanda darsana karaiha nahejena badha. Maharaj Prataparudra then told both Kasi-Mishra and the temple inspector, provide all the devotees and associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with comfortable residences, convenient eating facilities for prasad, and convenient visiting arrangements at the temple, so that there will not be any difficulty. Prabhura anya paliha dunhe sabadana hanya anya nahe tabu kariha ingita buhija. The order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu must be carefully carried out. Although the Lord may not give direct orders, you are still to carry out his desires simply by understanding his indications. Eta bole vidaya dila seidu ijane, sarvabhama dekite aila Vaishnava milane. Saying this, the king gave permission to them to leave. Sarvabhama Bhattacharya also went to see the assembly of all the Vaishnavas. Gopinathacharya Bhattacharya Sarvabhama Durena Rahi Deke Prabhura Vaishnava Milana. From a distant place, both Gopinathacharya and Sarvabhama Bhattacharya watched the meeting of all the Vaishnavas with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sinhadwara Dahine Chadi Sava Vaishnava Gana Kasi-Mishra Grihapate Karila Gamana. Beginning from the right side of the Lion Gate, or the main gate of the temple, all the Vaishnavas began to proceed towards the house of Kasi-Mishra. Hena kole Mahaprabhu Niyagana Sange, Vaishnava Milila Ashi Pate Bahu Range. In the meantime, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, accompanied by his personal associates, met all the Vaishnavas on the road with great jubilation. Advaita Karila Prabhura Charana Vandana Acharyere Kaila Prabhu Prema Alingana. First, Advaita Acharya offered prayers to the lotus feet of the Lord, and the Lord immediately embraced him in ecstatic love. Permanande Haila Dunhe Parama Astira Samaya de Kija Prabhu Haila Kichudira. Indeed, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Advaita Acharya displayed agitation due to ecstatic love. Seeing the time and circumstance, however, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu remained patient. Srivasadi Karila Prabhura Charana Vandana Pratyeke Karila Prabhu Prema Alingana. Alingana keeps coming up. Embracing in love. After this, all the devotees, headed by Srivas Thakur, offered prayers to the lotus feet of the Lord, and the Lord embraced each and every one of them in great love and ecstasy. Eke eke sarva bhakte kaila sambhashana savalanya abhyantare karila gamana. Eke eke. You know what eke eke means?
One by one.
One after another. The Lord addressed all the devotees one after another and took all of them with him into the house. Misrera avasa sei haya alpastana asankhya Vaishnava tahan haila parimana. Since the residence of Kasi-Mishra was insufficient, all the assembled devotees were very overcrowded. Apana nikate Prabhu Savavasaila, apane Srihaste Savare Malja Ganda Dila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made all the devotees sit at his side, and with his own hand he offered them garlands and sandalwood pulp. Bhattacharya Acharya Tave Mahaprabhura Stane Yata Yogya Milila Savakara Sane. After this, Gopinath Acharya and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya met all the Vaishnavas at the place of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in a befitting manner. Advaitere kahena Prabhu madhura vachare. Aji ami purnagha hailana tomara agamane. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu addressed Advaita Acharya Prabhu, saying sweetly, "My dear sir, today I have become perfect because of your arrival." Advaita kahe isvarera eis swabhava haya chadyapi apane purna sarvaisvarya maya tatapi bhakta sange haya sukolasha bhakta sange kore nitya vividha vilasa. Advaita Acharya Prabhu replied, "This is a natural characteristic of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although he is personally complete and full of all opulences, he takes transcendental pleasure in the association of his devotees, with whom he has a variety of eternal pastimes. Vasudeva Deki Prabhu Anandita Hanya, Tanra Kichu Kohe Tanra Ange Hastadiya." As soon as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw Vasudev Datta, the father of Mukunda Datta, he immediately became very happy and, placing his hand on his body, began to speak. Jadyapi Mukunda ama sange sishu haite, tanha haite adhika sukha tomara dekite. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Although Mukunda is my friend from childhood, I nonetheless take great pleasure in seeing you I nonetheless take great pleasure in seeing you than in seeing him." So he's saying that to Vasudev Datta, right? After, although Mukunda is my friend from childhood, I nonetheless take great pleasure in seeing you than in seeing him. So seeing Vasudev Datta. Purport: Vasudev Datta was the father of Mukunda Datta, who was the childhood friend of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is naturally a great pleasure to see a friend, but Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu informed the father that although it was his pleasure to see his friend, his pleasure was increased by seeing the father. Vasukohe Makunda Adau Paila Tomara Sange Tomara Charana Paila Sei Punar Janma. Vasudev replied, "Mukunda got your association in the beginning. As such, he has taken shelter at your lotus feet. That is his transcendental rebirth. Chota Hanya Mukunda Eve Haila Amara Yesta Tomara Kripa Patra Tate Sarvaguna Shrestha." Thus Vasudev Datta admitted his inferiority to Mukunda, his son. "Although Mukunda is my junior," he said, "he first received your favor. Consequently, he became transcendental senior to me. Besides that, you very much favor Mukunda. Thus he is superior in all good qualities." Puna Prabhu Kohe Ami Tomara Nimite Dui Pustaka Aniyachi Dakshina Haite. The Lord said, "For your sake only, I have brought 2 books from South India." You know what are those 2 books?
And Krishna.
Karnamrita.
Karnamrita.
Swarupera Tani Ache Lahata Likiya Vasudeva Anandita Pustaka Panya. The books are kept with Swarup Damodar, and you can get them copied. Hearing this, Vasudeva became very glad. Prajeka Vaishnava Sabe Likiya Laila Krame Krame Dui Granta Sarvatra Vyapila. So Krame Krame, who knows what's Krame Krame? You are Krame Krame.
Okay, so buy and buy.
Buy and buy. Indeed, each and every Vaishnava copied the two books. By and by, the two books, Brahma Samhita and Sri Cṛṣṇa-āmṛta, were broadcast all over India. Śrīvātsadye kahe Prabhu kari Mahāprita, tomara chari vaira ami hainu vikrita. The Lord addressed Śrīvās and his brothers with great love and affection, saying, I am so obliged that I am purchased by your 4 brothers. Śrīvās kahena kehe kaha viparita, kripa mulye charibai hai tomara krita. Śrīvās then replied to the Lord, why are you speaking in a contradictory way? Rather, we 4 brothers have been purchased by your mercy. Then we're going to stop here because then the Lord is addressing each and every one of the devotees that came to see him. So he's glorifying them. We are going to finish here Madhya-līlā chapter 11. Jai Shri Caitanya-caritāmṛta ki
Jai.
Jai Śrīla Kṛṣṇadāsa Kavirāja Gosvāmī Prabhu ki Jai.
Jai.
And Ch.8 Bhakti Swāmī Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
And we read a little bit from the Sermons of the Guardian of Devotion, Volume 1 by Śrīla Bhakti Rakakshya Gosvāmī Maharaj ki Jai. And we are in... Did I just took this out?
Yeah, from there, but I
We are just in the chapter, the Brightest Sun, chapter 8. I think that your mom was reading here yesterday. So we continue here with a sloka from the Caitanya-caritāmṛta Madhya-līlā 4.171. Ataeva kama preme bahuta antara, kama andantama prema nirmala bhaskara. There is a gulf of difference between lust and love. Lust is dense darkness. Love is the brightest sun. Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Kama prema deko bai laksanete veda nai, tabu kama prema nahi haya. My brother, lust and love appears as one and the same, yet lust is never love. Karma mam samaya kama. Lust is only concerned with flesh and blood, but prema is the Chit Ananda Dhamma, the abode of consciousness and blissfulness. There is no question of perceiving it through these mundane senses. Our ideal must be pure, and we must strive for it. We may be in the lower position, but if the ideal is clearly before us, that will help us in our real improvement of life. A man who possesses the true ideal is a real capitalist in gaining a better position. Yato Śrādho Mat Katasu Nirvina Sarva Karmasu Veda Dukat Makan Kaman Parityage Pi Anis Bara. A person who has developed faith in narrations of my divine nature and pastimes may still for some time suffer the reactions to these worldly deeds, karma. Although he perceives his addictions to worldly pleasures to be the essence of his misery, he is unable to abandon them. He knows what is good, what is bad, but he can't help himself from falling into the clutches of the mundane senses. Still he will repent. Bumo skalita padanam bumir evava lambanam. Tvaji yata paradanam tuam eva saranam prabhu. This is from the Skanda Purana. For those who have stumbled and fallen upon the ground, that very ground is the only support by which they can arise once again. Likewise, for those who have offended you, O Lord, you alone are their only refuge. In the beginning, when a child tries to walk, he falls down, but he gets up and tries again. In this way, we must proceed, but we must not stoop to deceive ourselves. That is Maya, deception. To deceive our own self and others is only to live in the world of deception. Such persons are deceiving themselves and the environment also. Those who can conquer their partiality and prejudice can stand amongst the most qualified. The eye to detect our disqualification is our real wealth. And we are given the eye to see it by the grace of our Gurudev. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurumiritanjena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. I worship my Guru who has opened my eyes that were blinded with the darkness of ignorance by adorning them with the collyrium of knowledge. Most important is the eye to see what is good, what is bad, and then to accept and reject. First, the eye is necessary. Then there is justice, and above that there is mercy. Justice is the standard, but above that we can conceive that there is also a land of mercy, compassion, grace. With our faith and earnestness, we can aspire after that mercy. If we increase the quality of our negativity or the feeling that we are so mean, the positive will be automatically attracted. Try to increase the power of your position as a negative unit, Trinad Apisunichana, by feeling oneself lower than the grass, Dainiyam, humility, Atmanivedan, surrender. Hankering in surrender is our wealth. We are the Shakti, the potency, and potency refers to the negative unit of the positive, the potent. Increase your negative side, your hankering. The positive will be automatically attracted to you. In the impartial judgment, Tatashta Vishara, we must find that the more humility, Danyam, we possess, the more devotion and intimacy we possess. Health depends on hunger. The more one feels hunger, the better his health may be. That is real, natural hunger. It is something like this. And humility is to feel, I am the lowest. So in this comparison, the more one has realized the infinite, the more he thinks, I am the lowest. Yadi Gora Nahata, Tabeki Haita, Kemana Daritam De. In the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, one of the principal gopis of Srimati Radharani, one of the Astasakis of Vrindavan, came here as Vasudev Ghosh. In appreciation of Mahaprabhu's descent here, he says, how could I keep up my life if Gauranga Mahaprabhu did not come down? If I did not come in touch with Gauranga Mahaprabhu, how could I live at all? That is so near to life, so near to vitality. It is the vitality of the vitality. If I had not come in touch with such a potent vitality, I should have been finished. In this way, our intimacy may accommodate Sriman Mahaprabhu. Vasudev Ghosh said, I could not live at all if such nectar had not been extended into me. It could have been completely impossible to go on with life. And that ends the chapter, The Brightest Sun. Very beautiful and clear. Jai Śrīla Bhakti Śrīla Gosvāmī Maharaj ki
Jai.
Śrīla Gurudev ki
Jai.
Yeah, so who is going to sing Hariharaja Nama Krishna? You want to get them? Yeah.
Hariharaja Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Hariharaja Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshava. Gopal Govindara Simadhusudana.
Gopal Govindara Simadhusudana.
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana.
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana.
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chanda. Shri Chaitanya
Nityananda Shri Advaita Chanda.
Radha Dara Shiva Shadi Bhakta Vinda. Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghunatha. Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghunatha. Shri Jiva Gopala Bhakta Raghunatha. Hare Jai Gosai Kori Charana Bandana. Hare Jai Gosai Jata hoite Vignana Sabista Pura. Hey Chai Gosai Jar Mohitaroda. Dasabara Padarenu Mora Panchadra. Andera Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanneva. Jabe Raje Koila Radha Krishna Nita Lila Korila Prakash Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavana Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majai Jamana Shri Guru Vaishnava Padma Koriyasa. Shri Guru Vaishnava Padma Koriyasa. Hari Nama Sankirtana Kore Narottama Dasa. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare
Look at this. You can zoom into this picture. This is precisely what we're reading. Mahāprabhu in the house of Caitanya with all the his associates. Beautiful. Can see that? a very nice illustration of what we were reading today.
Beautiful.
Yes? Jai Shri Guru Gauranga Sundar Radha Giridhari ki
Jai.
Kalipasha Bhakti Sundar Govinda Deva Gosvāmī Maharaj ki
Jai.
Bhakti Bhakti Rakshadeva Gosvāmī Maharaj ki Jai. Bhakti Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki Jai.
Jai.
Sri Rupa Guru ki Jai.
Jai.
Acharya Śrīdhar Thakur ki Jai.
Jai.
Janati Koti Vaishravinda ki Jai.
Jai.
Saraswati Mat ki Jai.
Jai.
Saraswati Mat London Chapter ki Jai.
Jai.
Saraswati Mat Sri Acharya Vrinda ki Jai.
Jai.
And then the pronouns to all the devotees worldwide ki
Jai.
Jai.
Sri Harinama Sankirtan ki
Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Vasudeva Maharaj Devi ki Jai.
Jai.
Caitanya-caritāmṛta ki Jai.
Jai.
Sri Kṛṣṇadāsa Kavirāja Prabhu ki Jai.
Jai.
Sri Bhakti ki
Jai. Saraswati Devi ki Jai.